you see yourself like, oh,
Da, da,
crap.
da, da. Okay, now it's
Action.
and go. Take one. Okay. So hi, George.
Hi, how are you today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well.
Good. I'm glad.
I guess I could be better, but thanks for asking.
Yeah, not a problem. Well, my name is Edie,
Mhm.
and welcome to Bright Star. We are a mental health agency.
Okay.
And so we provide all sorts of services.
Okay.
Those for people who have anxiety, depression. We even go into schizophrenia, borderline, bipolar. We have the whole gamut here.
Okay.
And I am a social worker. I'm
Okay.
an LISW, which means that I am an independent social worker. So there's different variations, but I'm an LISW. So here, again, we address all mental health needs. And I just want to let you know that everything that happens between us in sessions is completely confidential. No one else gets to know kind of what happens in this room stays in this room, only between you and myself. However, there are sometimes circumstances that would change that. And so that would be if you are planning to do harm to yourself or others. I am a mandated reporter, and I would have to, contact whoever you may be intending to harm. I may have to contact the police, things like that. If your records were subpoenaed by a judge or by the courts or anything, I would have to let them see our records,
Does that happen much?
It doesn't actually. So it's not a very common occurrence, but if it does happen, I am obligated to give them your records. But again, it doesn't happen often. If you provide me with permission to speak to specific people, I can also divulge information to them as well. But again, the piece of paper is called an ROI, a release of information. Sometimes people put their physical or medical health doctors, they put their spouse, they put anyone that you may want also involved in your treatment who can call me and I can let them know what's going on. Those are people that I can talk to as well, but only with your permission. Okay. So if we don't fill out an ROI, no one knows that you're here, what we talk about, anything like that. And the last two are if I suspect any child or elder abuse, I am able to share with other agencies about what's been going on and what we've been talking about. And then I also have a supervisor who supervises me to make sure that I'm doing my job okay, that I'm meeting your needs properly. And so during my supervision, I will talk about what you and I have been working on, just so that she can help me maybe address your needs better, things like that. Okay.
So you mentioned self-harm. So what does that mean? Like if I was thinking about like driving off a bridge or something, or hanging myself, would you have to report that?
Well, those are things that we would kind of have to assess. I wouldn't, if you just brought it up, I wouldn't immediately jump into action. We would talk about it a little bit more. We would come up with a plan. We would have to, assess it and definitely dig a little bit deeper to see how you're feeling and things like that. But other examples of self-harm would also be some people turn to cutting themselves, with razor blades and things like that, or burning themselves. So if you bring that up, and it's becoming a really big issue, then I may need to contact medical authorities because maybe you would cut yourself too far and you may lose a lot of blood, things like that. So that's a good question.
Okay.
So how are you feeling about this agency and me? Are you thinking that maybe we might be able to address some of your needs that you have?
Yeah, I don't know, but I'm willing to give it a shot.
Perfect.
Folks tell me that I should try some type of counseling or therapy, so I figure, hey, what the heck, give it a shot.
So are you here on your own accord, or have you been told by those people to come here?
It's been recommended. I mean, I don't have to come because I'm going to go to jail or something, but it's just folks, I guess, think that maybe I'm depressed or something.
Okay. Yeah, just think it might be beneficial for you?
Yeah, I guess. I really don't know.
Okay.
I just want to try to give it a shot, I guess. If it
Yeah.
can make me feel better, then we'll we'll give it a shot.
All right, well, we'll try our best. And just so you know, I mean, it sounds like people are kind of giving you their opinions already, but just so you
Yeah.
know, this is completely your treatment. So we
Okay.
can talk about what you want to talk about. We can talk about what you don't, if there are things that you don't want to talk about, we don't have to talk about those things either. This
Yeah.
is your choice, your life. So I want you to always feel like this is a safe space. You don't have to divulge anything that you don't want to, but at the same time, if you are struggling with something, this would be the place to kind of hash it out, if you will. So
Okay.
yeah. So, so your friends requested that, or think that you should have come. So what
Yeah.
brings you in today?
I guess they talk about how I just seem depressed and don't have much energy, and I guess really since I had a pretty bad car accident a couple years ago, and
Oh wow.
I don't know, I really don't care, but I guess they said I just seem different. It's pretty bad, so I try not to get on the highway, and I just do things to just make it easier for myself, but I don't know, I just don't find myself caring too much about anything, to be honest with you, so. But
That doesn't sound really like a fun way to live.
yeah, I guess I'm just surviving, so.
Yeah. So can you, would you mind telling me a little bit more about this car accident? It sounds like it was pretty serious from
Yeah.
how you're, the way that you're presenting. It seems like it's gotten you pretty down.
Yeah, well, I was in a bad wreck. It was about 2 years ago,
Okay.
and basically I was just driving home from my family's house out of town at night, and got sideswiped by a semi actually, and totaled the car, and I guess was taken to the hospital. I don't remember a whole lot after that point,
Okay.
but suffered some injuries, whiplash, and some other scratches, and dislocated shoulder.
Wow, that sounds really scary.
Yeah, some of it I remember, some of it I don't. But just I haven't had the confidence to get back on the highway recently, just because I'm afraid of it
Yeah,
happening
that's
again.
understandable. So this did happen while you were driving on the highway.
Yeah.
And before that, had you had a lot of experience driving on the highway, or was this your first time?
Yeah,
or?
been driving ever since I was 16. So
Yeah.
I'm 48 now. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So it can be kind of scary when you're so used to something and then something completely that's not usual happens. It throws you off completely.
It definitely surprised me.
Yeah, I'm sure. That
I
sounds
probably
really
would have
scary.
never got in my car if I'd known it was going to happen.
Yeah,
but,
of course. But risk
Here we
is
are.
yeah, exactly. And we live our day every day in risk, so that's kind of a scary thing.
Yeah.
But you said that you were visiting your family, right, when this happened?
Yeah.
So what were you doing with your family?
It was Thanksgiving, so just,
Okay.
just had our traditional meal. And
Yeah?
Just headed back home. Right.
Okay, and so what does your family do for Thanksgiving?
We just eat, just turkey, dressing, all the
Oh.
usual stuff, nothing exciting.
Yeah.
Just the same old.
Do you like spending time with your family?
Yeah, I did. I just kind of keep to myself nowadays.
Yeah.
I go to work. I think I'm a pretty good worker. I'm a teacher, and
Oh, wow.
my kids do well on state tests, and I get a lot of feedback about the fact that I'm a good teacher. So pretty much that's my life. I go to school, I teach the kids, and go home, and just kind of stick to myself.
Sounds like you're a great teacher, though.
Well, thank you. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've got several awards for
Wow.
my kids achieving well. But hey, that's about the one thing I can say in life that keeps me a little motivated to still be here. To be honest with you.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that, and that sounds like, again, like you're an amazing teacher, and that's something that you should be proud of. Teaching is really hard, so being able to still get up still get up in the morning and be able to go to school and interact with kids and still have them do well, that's very impressive.
Yeah.
With what you've been struggling with.
It's tough, but
Yeah.
I'll be there for the kids. I'll be there.
Yeah. So it sounds like do you live alone?
Yeah, I live alone.
Okay.
Yep. Got an apartment, 1-bedroom apartment.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any pets or anything like that?
I've got a goldfish.
Yeah, what's its name?
His name is Goldie.
That is a fantastic name for a goldfish.
Yeah, we thought it was pretty creative. Yeah.
That's great. So other than, going to work as a teacher, what else do you like to do in your free time?
Just watch TV.
Mhm.
I started this medication. I guess a couple months back, some doctor told me to try this medicine. I guess he said something about depression.
Mm.
So I take that medicine at night, and I'm ready to go to sleep. So
Okay. Sounds like it makes you pretty tired.
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
It does.
Yeah. And how long have you been on that medicine?
Just about 3 months now.
Mm. And how do you feel about being on medicine?
I don't know. I'm trying to because they said I should, but I really don't care.
Have you found
Yeah.
that it's impacted you in any way, positively, negatively?
I'm more tired. So
Okay,
it's
yeah.
a negative.
Yeah, sometimes that's a side effect.
Yeah. I guess I don't think about dying as much. I suppose. Taking my own life. I don't think about that as much. I suppose.
Mhm.
So maybe there's help, and I don't know.
Yeah. So, kind of going into that, you said that, you are here because and still alive and still willing to live because of the kids that you teach. Is there
Yeah.
anything else that kind of motivates you or makes you happy?
Not really.
Mhm.
No, I used to have interest, but not too much anymore.
Yeah.
No, that's about it.
Okay, and then, let's see. So you said, okay, so you're a teacher, and what about your family? You said that you used to hang out with them, but now not so
Yeah.
much anymore. Can you tell me a little bit about your family?
Well, they're all out of state, so they're all in Memphis, Tennessee.
Oh, so that was even a really long drive you
Yeah,
had
it
when
was.
you were coming home.
Yep.
Okay.
So I just don't get out much, because I gotta obviously drive or take a
Mhm.
plane, which
Yeah.
don't have money for that. So I just don't see them much anymore. Just
Mhm.
like I said, I just rather be safe in my apartment.
Yeah.
It's just safer that way. So.
Mhm. So before you, you got into this car accident, did you have, were you engaged in any activities, or have you always kind of been, more of an introvert?
No, I played in a basketball league at the
Oh.
local Y, and
Cool.
did stuff like that.
Mhm.
Traveled more, honestly.
Yeah.
But I just I don't have time for that stuff. And just
Mhm.
don't have any energy, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's understandable, especially if your medication's making you tired.
Mm.
That sounds like a lot. And so when you were on the basketball team, were you close with your team? Did you have any friends that you hung out with outside the basketball league?
Yeah, I guess we were close. Yeah, we were
Mhm.
we were a pretty good team. So, I'd say we were close because we won.
Oh, wow, very impressive.
Winning tends, I guess, to make people like you. So yeah, we get along.
So did you play other Ys or like other rec leagues?
Yeah,
or?
we sure did. Yeah,
Wow.
we traveled around and played other rec leagues and
Okay.
other YMCA teams. Sure.
Was this your first time playing basketball, or did you play in school?
No, I played all my life.
Oh, wow.
Playground or wherever.
So it sounds like you're pretty passionate about it.
Yeah, I used to be. Not so much anymore.
Yeah.
I haven't played in probably 2 years now. so-
Okay. Are you still friends with the people on your team?
No, I didn't even know where they're at, to be honest with you.
Okay.
No. So.
And
yeah.
how does that make you feel that you're not really as connected with them? Because it sounds like they made you, that you were happy during those times.
Yeah, I don't think about it much, so I'm not sure. I
Mhm.
really don't think about them or even playing basketball, to be honest with you. It's
Okay.
just really just the kids at school, and sleeping.
Yeah.
It's the things I
Sleep
think
is
about.
nice. Yeah, it's nice. Helps rejuvenate, but sometimes it can also make us makes us feel better because then we don't have to face some emotions that are hard to
Yeah,
that are
well,
hard to
I feel
to
safe when
face.
I sleep too.
Yeah.
So.
And that's nice.
Other
Feeling
than-
safe is a nice feeling. And it sounds like you feel safe in your apartment, even when you are awake or only when you're asleep.
It varies. Sometimes I do have nightmares.
Mhm.
So I'll wake up, not realizing that it was a dream. And sometimes I'm dreaming about the accident again or a
Yeah.
different accident. So there are days where, or nights where I don't sleep,
Okay.
And there's other nights where I sleep well and I can't stop thinking about negative things during the day. So sometimes going to sleep gives me a break from worrying and thinking.
Yeah.
Sometimes sleeping actually is worse because I have nightmares. So I really haven't found anything that's better than the other. I just kind of take it as it comes.
Yeah, sounds like your brain is always working, always thinking, always processing.
Yeah, I know I worry a lot, but you know, I guess that's normal.
Well, yeah, I mean, it sounds like this has happened for so long that it's become normalized in your life of always feeling tired or always feeling, like you can never really catch a break, I guess, from your feelings. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, I guess so. I definitely don't have much hope for the future, and yeah, I don't really think that this cycle, I'd come here, but I really don't really see how this is going to help, but I wanted to at least give it a try. You never know.
And that's amazing. The fact that you showed up here today, I mean, like I said, you got out of bed, you got dressed, and you came here, and I'm assuming you drove here?
I did. I took all, city streets, didn't get on the highway, so it took me about 3 hours to get here.
Wow.
But, hey, would have been a lot faster on the highway, but
well, that's incredible. That's an incredible feat, and I really appreciate the amount of time that you took to get here.
Thank you.
That's amazing. We're done.
Done.
Ta-da!
Do you have a